Hi guys, it's Amanda and Monica or Loomy, and we are here today for another tutorial for another amazing design for a very sweet friend of ours, Miss Leela's Gigi's. So this design is called the Tartaruga, and you can see this very beautiful design. This one we've added a little bit of bling to. So let's introduce you to Miss Sandy. Many of you know her as Gigi Sandy. We like to call her Gigi. This is her on her Instagram page. And let's show you her Tartaruga design. This is the one that she had entered for the Loom contest. Very pretty, very intricate. It's a tight design, but still yet I found that it was still very easy to do. So very nice design. You can see I love the way that it fits very flat on the arm. I like the width of it. It's not super wide, but still has some width to it. Also depends on the bands that you use. If you use really thick bands, it's going to be a little bit wider. And then this one too. Perfect. I love it. Love it. So those are the renditions that we have done. And it is a 7-pin bar design. And this is the configuration that you need to use. 3 drop down, 4 centered like this. So it is a tight design, so you do want to use good quality bands. We're going to be using dual layer bands from the Sweets, some limited edition, some medieval, and some galaxy bands today. So go ahead and get your supplies together and come back and I'll show you how to make it. So we're going to start laying our perimeter bands. I will be using the medieval purple. Looks like there's a pink one stuck in there. Looks like they're both kind of mixed up. I will be using the purple medieval. I'm just going to drop 2 just because it makes it easier in the end. So we're going to just follow this here at the bottom. We're just going to lay out that perimeter. All the way. Perimeters are nice and fun because they're very easy. And I'm just realizing that my pink medieval and my purple medieval somehow got mixed up. So now I get to sort those out as I'm laying the bands. Look. Okay. So I'm just going to lay the perimeter all the way up. And for this one, I did 2 full looms, 2 full loom wraps for a full wrap. And this was out of the Sweets collection. And let me show you on my arm. Just a little bit too big for me. So my wrist is about 7 inches. So you may just want to cut it a couple pin bars short of a full wrap, or a full of a full 2 loom lengths. So just cut that back a little bit. But if you do want it about this length, then go ahead and make it the 2 full loom lengths. For video purposes today, I'm going to cut it just a little bit shorter than that. So go ahead and lay, well, that's a pink one. Lay your perimeters as long as you want your bracelet to be. And then I'm gonna finish this and come back and I'll show you how to close it off at the end. Okay, so we are ready to close this design off. I've stopped 2 pin bars short of the very end. So what we're going to do now, we are just going to take our bands. We're gonna go over, just like so. Straight across. And then we're going to go down. And that is what your perimeter should look like. And then we will begin with our laying of our first set of the bands. So I'm actually going to be using limited edition ocean blue for my first set of bands that I'm going to be laying. So we're going to take it from this center pin bar over to these, the 3rd and the 5th. Okay, it's a long stretch. Here to here, and here to here. And then we're going to do a short one up the middle. It's going to be like making a V. And then the short stretch. And you're going to continue that pattern. Oops. Up the middle. The V. The short stretch in the middle. Pushing those bands down. And that short stretch in the middle. Ooh, that one doesn't look like it's gonna survive. I hate to chance that. I'll set that one aside. I don't want to be looping and then let it break. And we'll just show you one more time. Our V. And we'll go straight up the middle, just like so. And continue that all the way up the loom. And I'll meet you back. So here at the top, we're just going to finish this last little piece off, just like so. A V like you did all the way up. Nothing different, it just starts to cover that perimeter. And there you have this first section. It should look just like that, all the way up. Alright, so for our next set of bands, we're going to be laying them right here. So you want to pick your next color. I'm going to be going with the silks, the orange. Very pretty color. I'm going with a bright, vibrant look. Something a little bit different with this design, so I'm going to give credit. Shout out to my BFF, Monica, for picking this color combo. So I was kind of in a rut and I was like, give me something to go on. So she helped me out here. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go straight up, just like so. Then we're gonna come over, lay the band just like that. Then we're gonna continue up the loom. With like a single chain off to the side. And we'll do single chain off to the side. I'll go ahead and show you on the opposite side. Pin right off to the middle bar pin there. Single chain off to the side. Single chain off to the side. And this is what you are going to continue to do all the way up the loom. Okay, if you want to continue doing it on both sides as you go, you can do that, or just do one side and then come back into the other, whichever works for you. So single chain, over, single chain, and over. I'm going to finish mine, you finish yours, and we'll come back. Alright, so here at the top, you're going to do exactly the same thing. Please disregard my wonky pin bar. For some reason, it does not like to stay where it's supposed to. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to go straight up. My band's right there. And just do the same thing. And on this side, exactly the same thing. And over to the side. Alright, and that's gonna finish those steps there. Moving along, and everything should look just like this. See? Yeah, pretty cool. We're gonna move on to our next step. Alright, so we are gonna go to this pin bar right here and this pin bar right here. We're just gonna start out right here first. So I'm gonna be using the green and blue galaxy bands. Love these things. Don't really, you know, it's not a big deal that they glow in the dark, but I just like the feel of these. So these are pretty cool. All right, so we are gonna do from this pin bar here up to the third. So it's gonna be a long stretch for this guy, okay? From here to here. And if you want to use the perimeter band color, you can do so. I'm trying to think here of how I want to do my color combo. Let's see. Yeah, and then I think I'm gonna go in just back with my perimeter band color, and then we're gonna take it from the second pin bar up, and we're gonna go over, just like so. We're gonna continue all the way up from the loom, okay? Long stretch. Oh look, wait. Everybody look, my favorite thing in the whole wide world. And over. Long stretch. Over. Long stretch. Over. Pretty easy. Long stretch and over. I'm going to show you on the opposite side. So we're going to do this pin bar up to the third pin bar. Long stretch How do these pink ones get in there? Doggone ya. And we're gonna go from the second over to this one. Stretch. And just continue all the way up your loom. And this is actually the last step before we'll be laying our cap bands, because we do add a few cap bands more than the normal just on the end. So my doggy decided to join me this morning. When I say this morning, I mean it's 4:30 in the morning. She didn't want to be by herself behind closed doors where everybody else is right now. So if you hear any background noise, it's just going to be her. Alright, so I'm going to finish mine. You finish yours once again, and we'll meet again back here. Alrighty. Okay, so I have finished mine all the way up to here, and you're probably gonna notice there's just a little bit of a gap between here. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna take the color of the perimeter or whatever band that you use to cross over here and here, and we're just gonna kind of close it off and go this way. So we're gonna kind of go, okay, just kind of close it off like so. And we're gonna do the same thing over here. All right, so we have now laid all of our bands. All right, actually I'm gonna change that. I'm going to use the green to do so instead of the perimeter. Yeah, switching that out. So now we are going to lay our cap bands. So now we're going to turn the loom around. So your loom should look just like this. Everything is laid. Looks very pretty. I'm loving this color combo. A little unique, something different. So instead of just typically laying the normal cap band that we would be laying here, we are going to be laying 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 7 cap bands. Okay, a little bit more than normal, but in order for us to loop the bands that we need to get those laid. So I'm going to push these bands down so I can ensure that those cap bands are where they need to be. First one, it's going to be right here. Not this one. It's going to be the second pin bar in. Okay. So if you've seen our tutorials, you know that Monica and I like to lay 3 circles in. We like those cap bands tight, so we like to do 3. If you only want to do 2, that's your choice. Up to you, however you want to do it. So here's our first one. We're going to drop down 1 pin bar, sorry, and lay our next one. We're going to do 3. Twists, and then our next one we're just going to move over 1. Okay, we're not going to go up here, we're just going to move over 1. We're going to do 3 wraps around the pin bar, 1, 2, and 3. Next one we're going to go up into the middle, pushing those bands down a little bit, 1, 2, and 3. Next one, this one right here, 1, 2, and 3. Now we're gonna go, whoops, that one's starting to come apart. Look at that there. I'll wrap you one more time. Well, I'll just start over then. How about that? 1, 2, 3. Oh, Maggie. Okay, here's my wonky pin bar, so don't pay attention to that. So we're gonna go up to this one just like we did on this side, okay? We're gonna go 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna go come back down to this pin bar. This will be our last cap band that we're going to be laying. Just like so. All right. So now we're gonna start looping. All right, so are you guys ready to loop? Because I am ready. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go into the first cap band that we laid here. All right, and we're gonna take this band that we kind of laid as a last kind of cover band, we'll call it, to kind of cover that little gap there. We're just gonna go in, grab it, and we're gonna loop it back to itself, okay? Just kind of getting it out of the way, okay? Looping this back to itself. Then what we're gonna do, we're gonna go in, grab that long stretched band, and we're gonna loop it over to itself. Then we're gonna come back to the cap band. Oops. And we're gonna loop this one. Back to itself. So this kind of step is just a little bit different because we have this extra band here. So now we're gonna kind of start the pattern of what's gonna go all the way down, okay? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go in, grab that long stretch band, pull it over, come back in, grab this band, and loop it over. So now you see the pattern that we're going to be making. I like to pull these kind of under, so these bands right here, especially when you're doing the dual layer bands, so they don't get so twisted, because that is such a pet peeve of mine, but sometimes it can't be helped. So long stretch, then over. That one actually came off, but no big deal. Put it back on. Long stretch. Over. Show you one more time on this side, and we'll move over to the other. Long stretch. Then over. Okay, we'll show you on this side how we got started. We're going to go in on the second pin bar, second one up, we're going to take this one and go straight down, okay, go back into this cap band, or this cap band that we've made actually, and we're going to go straight up. Then we're going to go back into the cap band, and over. long stretch band up, come back in here and over. Up and over. Okay, so sorry about that. My battery died, but it did die at a good point because I did have showed you all of those steps on that first looping point. So you just need to take it to the very top right there, and that's all you needed to do was those long stretch and then over to the side. So on to the next. Very simple steps. So what we're going to do now, let me zoom in a little bit so you can see. We are going to be focusing on these points right here, okay? So what we're gonna do is we are going to go in from this one down here. We are going to go into that cap band. For me, it's gonna be the orange silk. Pull this over onto that band there. And then we're gonna loop straight up, just like that. And then that's gonna be our pattern all the way up. We're gonna come back in to this cap band over here. A little bit easier on this side. I'm gonna try to untwist those bands because I don't like that. Then we're gonna grab this very top band here. Try to keep my pin bar intact and loop up top. In onto the side and over. Grabbing that first top band, a little bit tighter on this one, and up. Same thing here. Just like that. And I'm going to move over here on this side to show you on the opposite side. Okay, going into this cap band here, pulling over to the side, and we're going to go straight up. Make sure you're only grabbing that top band, okay? All right, same thing here. Over to the side and up. Sorry, just shush my dog. And over to the side here. And we're gonna go up. Just like that. Very easy steps, but they can be a little bit tight in there, so you want to make sure that you're gentle on tugging on those bands. All right, so we are going to finish. You finish. Hopefully I've got enough battery life. All right, and like so, you finish, I'm gonna finish. Meet you back. Okay, so I have finished looping all of these orange bands, orange silks, and you just want to finish it all the way to the top, just like that. So now we are ready for our final looping set. All right, we are going to be working on the 3 bands here in the middle, okay? We're going to go here. Grab this band that goes straight up. Then we're going to go to the left. Tight stretch there. That's why you need good quality bands. And of stretch. So it should look just like that. Then you're going to continue, go back in the middle here. If you need to hold on to that, kind of wiggle this out because it is really tight. Put that on there. Wiggle it loose. Okay, then we're going to come in here and over. Just like that. I'll show you one more time. Make sure you get underneath all those. Wow, that's tight. It's the first time I've used limited edition here in the middle, so everything else was like sweets, or I use the Caribbean green here in the middle, and then I use the burgundy sweets there. So these were pretty stretchy. Limited edition. There we go. It's 5 o'clock and everybody decides to get up this morning. There goes Adam. Okay. I'm just gonna continue. I'll show you this one more time. This may be a little bit more of a challenge with this. I'm gonna put that on there. Loosen that up a little bit. And just continue on, and then we will move along and come back and loop the perimeter. So my center is all complete. You can see that my pin bars are kind of popping out here. They just don't want to stay. So what I'm gonna do now, don't really have to show you guys very much on here. Just gonna loop the standard perimeter going around all of the edges. Okay, just starting here, going into that cap band. We're gonna loop here, looping here. Okay, and make sure we're going in all of those bands. If you have wonky pin bars like I do, just hold on to them, okay? Make sure they don't pop off because you don't want your beautiful creation to fall apart. And obviously this is going to be our last step. Sorry about that little interruption. Adam is a very early riser, so sometimes we have to send him back to bed. So, but sometimes he gets up when he doesn't need to get up, and sometimes we have to get him up when the school bus comes. So, yeah, this morning he needed to be up this morning when I'm filming, but anyway, it's all good. We're getting business taken care of. So we're just gonna loop the perimeter all the way up. And then I am going to go ahead, after I get this all the way up, since I've got a lot of tension right here, we're just gonna take these 2 bands here. This is what we're gonna close it off with. I'm gonna go ahead and pull mine off the loom. You guys, if you're making this kind of design, you pretty much know how to close it off. Pull this off, and then that's what we're gonna do. Come back, we'll have this off of the loom after we've looped the perimeter, and we'll show you what this design looks like. All right, see you guys back. I did just want to mention really quickly that before I finish up here, that when you are taking this off of the loom, these outside bands come off fairly easily. They do pop off when you're just kind of pulling them off, but these here in the middle, you have to be very, very careful with these, taking them off the loom. Just, you know, don't just kind of yank it off. Be very gentle. Use your hook. Pull the center off with the hook. These kind of, like I said, pop off very easy, but just be very gentle with the inside. And, you know, other than that, your creation will be just fine. So we'll see you back. All right, guys, so my loom is the side. I did have a little bit of a battle trying to get it off of the loom, but all I can say is wow, wow, wow. So here is the Tartaruga design that we have just made, and I am in love with this. This is the back side. It looks pretty much the same, but this is the signature side. I did go in and kind of untwist a little bit of the band. You can kind of see right here. There's one that's kind of twisted. I'm just going to go in and untwist that using our dear friend Artisan Loom, Trisha, her little technique. But yeah, this is a very unique color combo. I'm very, very happy with the way this turned out. So I love the blue, how the blue, the center just kind of draws you in. So I think that is amazing. I'm going to slide my Valiant Heart over and throw this on, and fits me perfect. But I do think when you use the dual layer bands, you probably do want to do a total full loom length loom. So yeah, but that yeah. So what do you guys think? I love this design. It's very intricate, but yet it's still very, very easy to do. So you guys made it with me, obviously. So very, very nice. So here are our 3 renditions. Orange kind of seems to be the theme there, so pink. So I hope you like these. Definitely go give Gigi a shout out and follow her. She's a very, very sweet lady. We adore her, love her. She's been very, very generous. She's donated some bracelets for our Loom for a Cause, for our autism walk coming up. So we love her. Very, very honored to do a tutorial for her. So hope we can possibly do some more in the future. So follow us on Instagram, you know, our social media, and you know, our passion and our Loom for a Cause. So happy looming, and we love you guys. Thank you. Mwah.